of the of we've ever had in America actually this summer. You gotta go with your intuition. You gotta go with your
Can you
gut feelings.
imagine?
You gotta go with your impulses when the Almighty is talking to you. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, there's a lot of people losing their lives off of one mistake. That's how real it is. Trouble is real easy to get into, but it's real difficult getting out of. I don't know who this message is for, but you gotta hear
Yeah.
me out.
You're
I'm
watching
not just
YouTube.
talking to be
Chilling,
talking.
watching YouTube.
Brothers and sisters alike, if you consider yourself set apart, righteous, those people who are not walking the same course that you're walking, those people who are not living a lifestyle that seeks repentance, do not muddy the waters or sully your good spirit, your good soul, your good energy being around these people. Don't do it. It will cost you your life. It will cost you your livelihood. It will practically ruin you, if not take you completely out of the game. It's too many demonic agents that are always looking to attack. And I mean always. See, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a spiritual war in this matrix that we live in. Let me break this down to you. A lot of people are waiting for the war to be outright. No, it doesn't work like that. Just like on my platform, I talk about the race war that's happening. Not a pending race war. There's already a race war that's taking place in America. It's just being fought in a way where people don't realize it. They're using AI to put out negative images on our people. It's all kind of ways they fight the war. There's a lot of divide and conquer tactics, turning people against each other. So a lot of the times we think that everything's supposed to be right in our face. No. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in a war already. And these devils and demons and these entities are constantly looking to attack you. And they're always praying dark prayers. They're always trying to stop you from reaching your potential and your goals in life, which is the will of the Father. Let me tell y'all, I'm not in no way, shape, or form promoting that you become a paranoid individual. Although I believe that a lot of people have a misconception on paranoia, right? And they tend to mix the medical term with you actually being on point. If your senses are connected to you, and I'm talking about your holy senses, the super cell, because all of us chosen ones, we have a super cell, it just haven't been ignited yet. But when we can sense evil, negativity, when you can hear it on the way a person speaks, and you can see it by looking at a person in their eyes, and you see something very dark, and you can feel it, or it can even be their body language, or how just by touch, the transfer of energy, if you dapping somebody up, you feeling something. That's not paranoia. That's the Almighty God talking to you, using His Holy Spirit. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. You gotta pay attention to that. Because one thing about these demonic traps, you're not supposed to see it coming. You're not supposed to see it coming. Now, there's a lot of tactics that these monitoring spirits use, these entities, these individuals who have these traps set up for you. They love the gaslight. Oh yeah. They like to do things to warrant a response out of you, brothers and sisters. This is why you could be operating on your higher self. You're doing what you need to do in your life. Your prayer life is in order. You're active in your goals. And out of nowhere, these people come out the shadow realm. They come out the gravel pit to do what? Knock you off the course. And they will set traps. And it's all to get you to react. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you all have experienced this in your family. Some of you have been in intimate relationships. Some of you have had, people in your life who practice what we call narcissistic reaction abuse. And this is when somebody is doing something to get a response out you. And then once you respond, they say, look,
shit, last night was an 8-hour stream.
I told you that person is this and that person is that.
Whoops.
Ladies and gentlemen, look out for that. The way you stop that is don't respond at all.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I had 5 hours sleep. Cool.
No weapon formed against y'all will ever prosper. And these gang stalkers and perps,
whoops,
they're going to drive themselves crazy. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you are not brung to this planet to be overcome by evil. Now, I'm going to say this too.
Yeah. All right, listen.
Because self-examination is key for all of us, brothers and sisters. Are you opening doorways, portals? Listen, there's a lot of you brothers and sisters out there that struggle with whatever vice you're struggling with. The people around you may offer you those vices. That is also considered a demonic setup. If you struggle with whatever, let your imagination run wild. You know what y'all battle with, what you struggle with. Is somebody offering you that? Are they bringing it around you? Are they trying to get you to relapse? Or the people that you perhaps listen to, even on social media, podcasts, people you may entertain, are they saying things that's a trigger point to get you into a place of trauma? These are the questions you got to ask yourself to get you to backtrack. These are the things you must avoid because that's a demonic setup. Right. They want you completely destroyed, but they can't do it. Oh, they can't do it. Let me see. Let me read some of these comments. Somebody says, yep, I have many narcissists in my family and just left one. I'm glad you got out of that situation. Somebody said, keep on going, mighty. Absolutely. All praises to the Almighty. Somebody says, my niece jumped on me and my mom's at the house 4 years ago. I let her stay with me because she got kicked out of everywhere. And she was sleeping in her car. See? And that's the thing, man. That's the thing. When you one of those people who are helpful towards people, and you just display heart and compassion and empathy for those other people out there, but you fail to see their track record. Oh, trust and believe, brothers and sisters. We all been there. Don't beat yourself up over it. But you have to look at somebody's history. If they have a history of being at odds with individuals, if your niece had a history of being kicked out of everywhere, but you open up your heart, open up your home, which is the ultimate form of trust, and you open up your home to her, and she came in and disrespected and violated, I understand how that can be very hurtful. And these are the things that we deal with, but they're designed to make us stronger. They're designed to bring us growth. They're designed to bring us to another level. And we gotta stop being so nice, man. We gotta stop letting any and everybody in our lives. And ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor and hit the like button on the video. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up on the video. I know that the quality may not be all of that. I'm not sure. Put a 1 in the chat if the quality is cool. I do realize it's raining out. As long as y'all can hear me and see me. But these words are what's important. These words are what's important. Listen. Ladies and gentlemen, we were brought here for a divine purpose. And the forces of darkness are going to work overtime. But the Most High says that they will fall by your wayside by the thousands. All you got to do is keep these individuals far away from you in your life. You got to. Somebody said it's about that time to stop talking and legit let your communication be yes and no. That's a fact. You got to be able to tell people no. And you got to be able to really stand your ground. See, I'm going to tell you part of the setup. A lot of times within families, they will gaslight you. And your friend groups, they'll do the same things when you start setting healthy boundaries for yourself. It's all about your energy, your essence, and however they can distinguish that, right? And feed off of your energy, right? You got to set healthy boundaries. But once you start doing that, you'll really see who is who. Once you draw the line and be like, I got my own life I'm living, I got this going on, I got that going on, that's when you will see individuals show their true colors. Why? Because they were feeding off you. And a lot of the times, these people they show a great deal of ungratefulness. They really don't have your best interests at heart a lot of the times. And I'm not saying, you all know your situations, but that's very real. Somebody says, facts, friends, fake family, everything is an illusion. I see. Yeah, there's a lot of jealousy that goes on. I mean, this can be with siblings. This can be with mother, father, sister, brother. Look, that's why the scriptures say, he who loves mother, father, sister, brother more than me is not worthy of me. And your enemies will be they of your own household. Why did the book say that? Let's put this into perspective for a second. Why did the scriptures say that your enemies would be they of your own household? If you love them more than you love the Creator, you're not worthy of the Creator. Why? Because we were born into this matrix to be tested. And the people around you could act as a catalyst to actually help you reach the next level. But they're imperfect, just like we're imperfect. But the difference is, here's the difference right here, ladies and gentlemen. The difference is a lot of individuals out here nowadays aren't seeking salvation. They're not seeking truth. And so since they're not, if you respect their opinions more than the Most High's, if you value the relationship from people who can leave at any given moment, if you value those relationships more than you value the presence of the Holy Spirit or the presence of truth, then guess what? You're not worthy of salvation. You're not worthy. Because when we all face judgment, we all got to face it alone. We got to face it alone. And I'm going to tell you, man, these perpetrators, they out here.
What's up?
Somebody said, I would never pick them over the Most High. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Somebody says, bro, thank you so much for yesterday's message. Someone tried me at the gym today. See, I'm glad the message helped you because, man, I know what it's like. Y'all got to understand, one mistake can cost you a lot. And that's what we got to understand, man. You're living in a demonic society. And a lot of people are out here crashing out. You got to avoid these jump-in demons, these spirits, these entities that want you to throw your life away because they're operating somebody else just to get you to crash out. Look, a man who has no control over his spirit is like a city with no walls. You know, when anger builds up, because what the scriptures say, anger resteth in the bosom of a fool. If you just let anger build up, then you can be one of those people who lash out. That's why you gotta learn how to forgive. You gotta learn how to let things slide. We all come from, hopefully the rain is not disrupting y'all, but we all come from certain backgrounds in life.
Give me
rain. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. We got a beautiful topic.
Anyone want to come?
We got the rain going.
It might rain. You alright with that?
A lot of us come from tumultuous situations where, and if you can relate, let me know. Where if somebody do something to you, you're going to do something back. How many of y'all was raised like that?
Would anyone like to come for a walk in the rain with Jezza?
If somebody disrespect you, you're going to get real disrespectful. Guess what? I gotta inform y'all something. But y'all gotta get them likes up.
I'm gonna get the real people hanging out with me.
Listen, what I'm about to tell you is easier said than done. But I'm a breathing testimony of this. I'm a living testimony of this. What I'm about to say gonna be easy for some of y'all. Some of y'all like, come on, bring it.
Picnic, barbecue, walk, eat.
You gotta let things slide.
You up for that?
You gotta let it slide.
BY own steak.
And look, what I'm about to also say is gonna really get y'all.
BYO, make YO.
Sometimes you just gotta laugh. Laugh it off.
Fucking burger.
Everybody can't, listen, everybody can't handle somebody bearing false witness on them, lying, slandering. Everybody can't handle somebody attacking them. But brothers and sisters, you gotta be those type of people who can deal with that. Because that's what the Most High requires out of you. That's what he requires out of you. And I know a lot of my subscribers, y'all come from all walks of life. That's the beautiful thing about y'all, man. I got one of the best audiences on social media because y'all coming from all walks, you know, and there's people who are on this platform who've been through it. And when I'm saying these things to you, y'all know how real it is. Because you know the outcome. You know that there will be an endless vicious cycle, or something will happen where you are the one who have to pay the price. I don't want that for y'all. I don't want none of y'all losing y'all's lives, losing y'all's freedoms, putting yourselves in situations because you fell for a demonic setup. Now the devil is always working, bro. The devil don't take no days off.
Maybe this whole 420 is a devil's setup. Oh yeah, I popped my valve like about half an hour ago.
Stop working? No, look, the devil gonna work harder. For all you chosen ones out there, you gotta understand, your soul is high priority to the enemy. Your soul is high priority. Why? Because if he can have you, he can prolong his destruction. The devil can prolong his judgment. At least that's what's in his mind. He can't prolong nothing. The Most High gonna move when he moves, but the devil believe if he could just take all the chosen ones out, that he can continue ruling this wicked world. Not gonna happen that way. He wants y'all bad. Because y'all a distraction. I mean, not a y'all equal destruction to the kingdom of darkness. That's what I meant to say. Y'all equal destruction to the kingdom of darkness. Yeah, double tap them likes. Well, you don't have to double tap. Just get the likes matching the views. You know, we are definitely in a rebuilding process because we've been talking politics these last few weeks, but now we're gonna get back to our core, and I'm gonna keep y'all motivated every single day. You know, every single day, because the devil ain't taking no days off. Somebody said that Satan is mad because Yeshua holds the keys to Hades from him. So now he is seeking to destroy everyone. That's a fact. That's a fact. And we're standing in the way. We're standing in the way, man. Never underestimate your importance, ladies and gentlemen. Never underestimate your power. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all some stories, man, about how these demonic setups can really catch people, right? And I'm telling you this because I want you brothers and sisters to avoid all of the traps. First of all, brothers, it's so very important that you avoid being out here this summer just on the prowl. And I'm speaking as a person who has a lot of wisdom in this area, right? Let me make this very clear, brothers. Right now I'm talking to the brothers, but sisters, I got a message for y'all too. All it takes is one mistake and you're caught up. And what I mean by that is the honey traps are out here. They're out here. And there's a Jezebel spirit, there's a succubus spirit that's out there hunting like the praying mantis, good brothers. And it's not worth it. It's not worth chasing these scantily clad women out here who don't show no discretion, no decorum. It's not worth it. You gotta turn the other way.
Thanks.
Because
that's one of my rules.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Satan will appear like an angel of light.
If you've got a few taps, you can get it removed.
Some of these women.
You can get it removed.
I don't even know who this message is for. I'm just all out dropping jewels, dropping nuggets right now. But I'm telling you, brothers, be careful out here. There's so many desperate women out here right now because they didn't cut food stamps. They didn't cut the Section 8. They didn't cut all of these subsidized living programs. And you brothers be looking like a meal ticket. Even if that means, you know, these women get your seed. You got to be careful with your seeds. Because I'm telling you, it gets real out here. It gets real out here. Same thing with you sisters. Same thing with you sisters. A lot of them females that y'all may hang with, that want you to come out all the time, be all out on the town and partying and living it up and doing this and doing that. Look, sisters, some of them women, they really jealous of you.
Fucking sluts.
They really envious of you. They really want to see you caught up out here. Listen, trafficking is too real out here. When I talk about the demonic setup, I'm talking about it all. Listen, your homegirl be trying to set you up to be trafficked. That's how real it is right now. Don't think it's a joke. A lot of the times, women who are getting trafficked these days is because they're homegirls. It's because of females' involvement. Y'all don't want to hear that side. It'd be the females' involvement on it, bro. I'm telling you. They be the ones that have something to drink. They be the ones who communicating with the guys who snatching women up. This stuff is real. When I say demonic setups are happening consistently, this is why you gotta walk upright. This is why you gotta be in your place of peace. This is why you gotta stay out the way. It ain't the time to be out here trying to be in all the social functions and social circles. There's no time for that. There is no time for that. The time we living in right now is a time for repentance, restoration. And people ain't playing fair out here nowadays, boy.
Hope you see what's
Somebody
hot
says
shopping.
real men want real women that keep their clothes on in public. Absolutely. Because that's a telltale sign that you may be dealing with a honey trap. You may be dealing with somebody who really got ill intentions, man. Look at how these women are dressing, bro. You gotta turn your mind from lust, man. Just because a woman walking around with shorts all the way up her rear end and all of that, don't mean you gotta look at it. Don't even look at it. Keep it moving. That woman is out there to try to set up her next victim, bro. That's all it is. She's trying to set up a victim. Nah, bro, we're not moving like that, and that's why, you gotta have your mind right. And also, it's like Sodom out here. It's definitely like Sodom out here, bro. It's a lot of foul spirits, women dealing with women. Hey, somebody said New Breed, hell, most of them look alike. That's true. That is facts. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro. Somebody said, Breed, look, you really don't. You really don't, man. Listen, this is why I'm talking about discipline right now. Because I want y'all to understand how the adversary is moving. I want y'all to understand how he's moving. He will appear like an angel of light. You can't be thirsty out here. It's not a time to be thirsty. Like, listen, a woman who got a good positive energy, bro, she gonna gravitate towards your way if that's what you're doing, right? All of that being on the prowl, man, only thing that's gonna happen, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. That's it. It's too tricky out here. It's tricky out here these days, bro. Let me tell y'all something. Let's go for male and female alike. We are in the hour of temptation. We're in the hour of temptation. And right now, we're just trying to avoid the trickery of Satan. It's too much trickery. Nobody is who they really appear to be. You are in a... Brothers and sisters, I'm about to go deep with this. And I want y'all to get the likes up. We got to get the likes up, y'all.
$81,
Let me break this
legend.
down. Man, it is pouring down out here. The time we're living in right now, it's reminiscent to being Neo. And you're surrounded by Agent Smiths. And you can't do what everybody else does. I'm telling y'all, it's too many demonic setups. It's too many traps. We are living in one of the worst times in history. We are truly living in one of the worst times in history. All you got to do is walk around, look at people's countenance. Look at how people act towards one another. Look at how impatient, how angry everybody is with each other. Nah, bro. Nah, man, we different. I don't think we're supposed to fit in here. I don't believe we're supposed to fit in here. How many of y'all feel out of place sometimes? Just being on the scene, being anywhere outside of people who think how you think. And you just don't like that feeling. You don't like the feeling of being in the midst of people that you can't trust, being in the midst of people who are wicked. Yeah, those people want you gone. Let me see. Somebody said. Carlos says a woman can set you up. Absolutely.
I've got no shoes or socks on. I'm trying to, like, I don't know, get used to the cold with my feet.
Let me see. Bandemic says a lot of these men are secretly zesty, and a lot of women on slew time. That's real talk, and that's why we just don't want to be around people these days. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm just chopping it up with y'all. I be wanting to be alone most of the time. How many of y'all relate to that? By showing ones, how many of y'all feel like you gotten to a point now you rather do things alone, unless you're with your family, of course, unless you're with your family or whatever the case is, if you're a family man. But you don't mind doing things alone. I see them ones. It's like it'd be so many weirdos out here. It'd be so many people out here on demon time, bro. I don't know, man. At this current time of my life, I don't want to entertain too many people. I don't want to be around too many people. It's like it weighs on your energy. I just don't like it. And then you gotta go recover your energy. Hey, these are real introvert problems I'm talking about right now. Only the introverts know what I'm talking about. They like, Bree, I know exactly what you're saying. I really believe it's because the Most High blessed introverts to really feel everything that's going around them. Like it's empathetic. We're empathetic. So if somebody ain't right, it literally does something to our spirit, like, ugh. I've gotten to the point, even on social media, I can't even watch certain people. Like I can't even listen to certain things because, like, I can sense certain things on people, bro. I don't know. I keep my circle small, bro. There ain't too many people I even want to entertain, want to be around. None of that. That's just how it is, bro. Yeah, they'll even have a smell on them, bro. It's just something about them when the eyes don't match the smile, the body language don't match the face, and they just janky. There's too many janky people out here, bro. They're just too damn janky for me, bro. Can't be around them. But then people would say that you closed off, you're cold, you're mean. No, it's too many janky ass people out here in the world. I don't want to be around them. Simple as that. That's why a lot of the times, man, I do things on my own. I roll on my own. Of course, I got brothers and I got sisters that I rock with. But when I say I'm on my own, I can hold my own. I can be like, I'm like Wolverine from the X-Men. I can go do my own thing, and then I can click up with the people who are on the same path. You understand? Y'all know Wolverine will go do his own thing. That's how I would really. That's how I move. It's like, yeah, I can rock with other people. I can mix in the crowd with people. That was my favorite
Marvel character when I was a kid. Fucking
you know what I'm saying? I be on my own mission. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like, bro, I just can't do it with people, bro. There's too many people with ulterior motives. Let me see. Let's read that scripture. Y'all hear that thunder? The Most High is speaking. Colossians 3:2. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. She says it keeps you alone and grounded in faith, right? Right. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna just drop jewels. And this day and age, man, you gotta make sure you transmute all your energy in the right direction, man. We gotta be training ourselves, mind, body, and soul, because it's only getting worse. You gotta stay trained up. You know? I'm at the point in time now, man, I realize how important it is to just trust your instincts. And also just stay active in this truth, ladies and gentlemen. It may be a lot going on in the world, but don't be one of those people who stagnate. Don't be one of those people who don't move around, don't get out, don't stay active. No, you can't. Listen, Satan wants you stagnant. Really, the more things are going on, the more active you should be. The more active you should be, because you know you're dealing with psychic projections, you're dealing with witches, warlocks, all of these people trying to destabilize your energy. That's what it's really about, trying to keep you stagnant. You know, trying to keep you from prospering and moving forward. Yeah. Yep. Exercise every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting back on my post now. You know what I'm saying? With the exercise, I realize how much better I feel when I exercise every day. Every day, y'all. Every day. It's important to get some type of physical activity. These are the things you got to understand in this walk, man. Because you can't be stagnant. Can't be stagnant. Because their goal is to just weigh you down with negativity. And it's spiritual. I'm not talking about anybody. You might not even have anybody in particular in your life that can weigh you down spiritually, or anybody in your life that is trying to. But it's we battle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness and principalities. So there are different people who are always gunning for the righteous, trying to weigh you down in the spirit. That's the thing. That's the thing. Somebody trying to weigh you down in the spirit. Nope. Somebody says, breed it's like you said. Drink more water, work out, and mind your business. I'm telling you. And you know, and see, the thing is, those people who sit around plot and do all these things all day, they don't have no time. I mean, they don't have no life. They don't know what to do with their energy. But when you do what you need to do, you're gonna mind your business. You're gonna be working on yourself. You're gonna be continuing to be prosperous. You're going to be moving forward. You're not going to be worried about the next person. And you're definitely not going to be living in the past. You know, it's for me, when I hear somebody talking and all they talking about is the past, I don't like being around people like that. I like people who speak about what's currently going on and what's going on in the future. Why? Because people who live in the past, who can't move forward, those people got a lot of dead weight, a lot of dead energy. That's dead energy. No matter how you slice it, that's dead energy. And that's who y'all should want to surround yourself by. I do realize every time an ad runs, it looks like it runs people out of the chat. Let me move around a little bit. Hopefully we can keep a stabilized type of connection. I got a move I need to make. But I want to keep chopping it up with y'all. Yes. Yeah, you got to remain sucker free out here, man. Stay away from people who really not progressive thinkers, you know? That's a demonic trap in itself, being around people who act as a damn dead weight in your life. Some people got to go, man. Some people have got to go. Let's see here. Hopefully we can keep a connection. Somebody says exercise the mind too. Learn how to play chess. Yep.
In the game?
Tell them.
I've got a board.
You know, get you some hobbies out here. All of these kind of things.
It's like portable. Like it rolls up, and then I've got a bag with little pieces in it. We could go have a session, a game of chess out of the park.
Demonic setups are very
in the middle of nowhere, if you can.
Look, it's raining again. It's raining again. Y'all heard that? Yeah. It's going down, man. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all.
It's like 12% chromium.
We gotta be careful where we put ourselves. We gotta be careful who we look out for. I'll tell y'all right now. Being compassionate, empathetic, caring, looking out for people, that's cool and all. Charity covers the multitude of sins. But I also want to say this, right? Ladies and gentlemen, you can't be naive. You can't be naive. You're living in a world full of vultures, and you got a lot of people who got earthly knowledge, and they believe that they're more superior than you are. Why? Because they're carnal. See, they think a lot of you righteous folks out there who try to do things the right way, they think that makes you weak. It's just a fact. But a lot of the times, it makes you strong because the whole world is on demon time. And the fact that you can resolve or you can reserve yourself from partaking in their wickedness and their madness, you become a threat to them. They have a hive mentality. And a lot of you all have shook in the hornet's nest. I don't know about y'all, man. I'm not trying to be a part of nobody's clique. I'm not trying to be accepted. I'm not trying to be a part of somebody's hive. And when they know you are authentic and you're going to stand on business 10 toes down and you don't want to be a part of their group, of their clique, they're going to hate you. They're going to hate you. How many of y'all have been through that because you don't want to be accepted? You don't want to be accepted. You don't want to be a part of their groups, their circles, none of it. And it's like, I dare you not want to be with us. I dare you not want to be a part of what we doing. No. Yeah, like that. Somebody said in the chat, like, who they think they are? Well, I think I'm an individual. I think I'm somebody who can stand my own, and I don't need a bunch of cronies or anybody to reinforce or validate me. Don't need it. See, the chosen ones can be a one-man band, one-man wrecking crew. Same thing with the ladies. They can roll on their own. That's what people don't understand. We don't need validation from other people. You got people out there that'll try to set you up for failure just because you don't care about their approval. You don't care about their acceptance. You don't want to be a part of their group. They can't just leave you alone. That's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. They can't just leave you alone. I mean, I experienced this a whole lot of times in my life. I experienced this in college. They wanted me to be a part of their fraternity. Like, no. So what did they do? They start playing games with my credits. Because I don't want to be a part of your damn cult. Now become a target on campus. That's how it is. It's like, I dare you not be a part of us. No, we roll solo. And they can't just leave you alone. God forbid they just leave you brothers and sisters alone. Hey, get the likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes matching the views. If you're really enjoying our conversations. Yeah, God forbid they just say, you know what, that person don't want to be bothered with us. No, man, that ain't how it works. Why? Because it's a demon on it. They wanted to get you next to them so they can be close to you. Now why? So they can ultimately destroy you. Yep. Man, I've been watching a lot of content on what's going on YouTube. So there's a lot of updates coming. It's a lot of YouTube updates. And they're about to crack down on a lot of things, and I'm glad they are. A lot of these AI channels that have been stealing from real content creators, like these people who are just making these faceless channels, YouTube about to crack down on that. So, you know, that's a good thing, because you got a lot of faceless, nameless people who just been really stealing from our algorithm, stealing from us. And then, you know, there's some other rules that they're putting in place where, say it's a child in a video and that child run across the screen shirtless, they cracking down on that too, which is another good thing. They'll be removing channels that have kids, even if they're just playing outside at the pool or whatever. Listen, that shows you that it's a lot of damn predators out here. And so they cracking down on that, which is great. And then, you know, I was also watching some content about how the shorts feed has been ruining channels. So, you know, when y'all see those short, you know, the vertical streams, the vertical shorts and all of that, they've been ruining people's channels, really. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start doing that, they're going to prioritize that, and then your long form content it just doesn't do well. So, you know, they're trying to mix everything up. So I hope they crack down on that and fix that. I hope YouTube fix that because you want to be able to reach a new audience. But what's the point of reaching a new audience if it doesn't translate to having more viewership on your long form content? Doesn't make much sense. So a lot of people with big platforms, I've seen a guy, he had like close to 1 million subscribers. He had like 800,000 something subscribers, and he went into the shorts feed, just posting shorts, and started doing good at that. And then when he did his long form content, trying to touch bases with the people, nobody got notified, and that's not good. That's bad, YouTube. You know, y'all gotta fix that. They definitely gotta fix that. Yep. But, you know, there's a lot of things they got to fix on here. I know to y'all, the viewers, y'all probably not really interested in what I'm talking about. Other creators may take heed, but I'm just kind of chopping it up with y'all. Sometimes I just want to chill with y'all and chop it up. Yeah, man, because there's a lot of damn sexual degeneracy on this platform, man. A lot of people making light of real victims, man. And I want y'all to think about this. I know I'm going to different caveats on this conversation, but think about what the Diddy trial actually did. Now think about a woman actually getting gang raped, like we thought what was happening to Cassie. Now, if a woman really gets violated like that, everybody just think of Cassie. Or Cassie was a 304, so you know, any other woman that get into a situation like that, oh, we just gonna sweep it under the rug. It's like it's just a bad thing, man. Them not releasing those files, it show you America's showing you like they don't care. They're showing you that they're just gonna sweep stuff under the rug. Y'all gotta understand there was thousands of victims in the Epstein list. Thousands. I believe it was 2,000 victims, and we don't know what happened to them. But it gets what? Swept under the rug. It gets swept under the rug. What does that tell us? Anyway, I don't want to get into that. Bottom line, I went into that, but bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, we can't fall for the demonic traps that set up. They're constantly trying to stop God's people from reaching their goals and potential in life. I don't want you brothers and sisters falling for that. Yeah, you got people out here who make jokes about it, making light of situations that you shouldn't be making light of those situations. Everything is not a joke. Only the clowns. You got some people that just ringleaders in a circus. They just ringleaders, Barnum and Bailey circus clowns, man. Just clowns. Thanks for the contribution. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, none of that stuff is funny, man. Yeah, ringleaders in a demonic circus. But nonetheless, look, love each and every one of y'all. Y'all be blessed. More material coming. I'll make sure I'll touch bases with y'all daily, giving you that spiritual voltage that you signed up for. One love. Y'all be blessed. Stay safe. Shalom. Peace.
Peace, me brain.
Hey everyone, I'm going to be talking to you about second half of July and the new moon that we have coming up in Leo on the 24th. But before I get to that, I just wanted to really acknowledge some of the real tragedies and horrors going on in the world, apart from all the extreme wars we're seeing that have been going on for so long, and that suffering. We're seeing some very extreme weather for natural and unnatural reasons, as I think we're all aware. We've had a heat wave in Europe, we've had wildfires in Turkey, and a lot of the Western European countries as well, Portugal and Spain particularly. And recently we've had some severe flooding, not only in China, where 80,000 people had to be evacuated, but also terrible, tragic flash flooding in Texas, where the river rose within minutes. It rose 26 feet, and there have been fatalities, got a lot of fatalities, over 100 people now. And also this is happening in New Mexico as well. I've seen videos of not only cars, but houses being washed away. So it must be absolutely terrifying to be in those situations, because they happen so fast. So really would ask the rest of us who are not in those extreme situations, who are generally okay, remind you that we have this meditation, free 15 minutes, no tech, no recording, no Zoom, no nothing. I'll put the link to the video below. We'll explain the idea. But essentially it's happening every day. It's happening every evening, 7 p.m. UK time, And if you can coordinate that with your own time zone, that's great. I chose that time particularly for Europe and North America because that works on that time. For people in New Zealand and Australia, it really doesn't work very well. It's kind of in the early hours. But if you live there and you can just set a clear intention that you are joining the group energy, then it will work just as well. But it's the group energy that magnifies the work we're doing. There's so much evidence for this now. So I always set a clear intention. This is my highest good, the highest good of all, the highest good of the earth. So suggest that you use that if that feels right for you. Remember the mantra of welcoming in an expanded consciousness of love, but also just see don't focus on the problem, focus on the solution. So really, and I'll explain it in the video, but really see everyone and everything just peaceful, calm, settling down, see pale blue light that's very soothing coming right across the earth. So everything is calm and peaceful. Everything abundant, life force sizzling through nature, heightened colors, vibrancy. Everyone and every sentient being being respected and having their needs met. So this sense of harmony and peace that's right across the earth. So if we can all envisage the solution, that should really help. Because I know thousands of you are doing this all over the world. And when Lee Harris channeled the Z's, he said this truly would be measurable in future. And people are doing this all over the world. People have meditation groups all over the world. It isn't just us. But together we are creating a kind of momentum to calm these extreme situations down, because sadly I do think they will continue for a while as Gaia goes through her rebirth and adjustments have to be made to some of the extreme collective energy that we've generated ourselves to some extent, and before everything settles. So, but think harmony, think peace, think calm. So I just really wanted to suggest that too, because I think it's the easiest thing for us all to do across the world. We can all do that. If we can't send money, we don't know if the money's getting to the people. If we can't be practically on the ground, then we can do that. But I will put a link below for the Texas situation where local people have gathered together and are asking for donations to help sort out that extreme situation. So I will put that link below because that's coming from people that I'm connected to on social media. Okay, let us now talk about the second half of July. And we're well aware we're into very big times right now. On the 13th of July, just to start there, a reminder that Saturn is moving stationary, retrograde, round about 2 degrees of Aries. And once it starts to move retrograde, it won't move back into Pisces until the 1st of September. But when it starts to move retrograde, it's beginning to integrate and reflect upon some of the practicalities and how realistic is this new dream that you are birthing. Saturn-Neptune conjunction, this new you, this new sense of spiritual sovereignty that you're birthing, and this new whole situation for yourself that we'll go into in more detail in this video. How realistic and practical is it? Do you need to put more tangible things in place to help you with that, to help you build it solidly as we go forwards in 2026? I'd also like to highlight really the 14th to the 19th of July, but this is exact on the 17th that Mars comes to be exactly semi-square Pluto. Now, whenever we've had,